Hello SUMC, Rob here, reporting in from one of SUMC's remote locations with some more thoughts and another friendly check-in to continue to hope you're safe and well and to encourage you to stay in touch. Not really a musical thought today, but more of a church initiative thought. And since this platform appears to have been, over the course of its 5.5 years of life, an official publication of Sudbury UMC, sometimes one of its functions has been to be one of the PR arms of the place, and so it is today. In the last several months, you may have noticed that, well, not that we haven't done so to some extent prior to that, but SUMC is kind of laying its cards on the table. Most visibly, that's what we're doing when we light the candle of peace, hope, and justice early on a Sunday morning during worship. Here's what we're about, here's what we believe, here's what we think of the evil, injustice, and oppression that's going on in the world and in our own backyards. That whole evil, injustice, and oppression thing isn't just a throwaway line, and it's not just a throwaway line that I made up or anything. It's right out of the baptismal vows that in most cases we took via our parents, since we were too little to agree to them ourselves, being babies and all. There's always been plenty of that in the world, in this country, and in your life if you were in a category of people that were looked down upon or beaten down upon, metaphorically or actually. Tomorrow, Saturday, November 1st, because of an example of political behavior that emphasizes me over thee, because of political so-called leaders who don't remember or maybe never knew that ideally, if you get into public service, you are serving the public, because of people whose whole game it is to say, government is incompetent, elect me and I'll prove it. Because of political leaders who don't seem to care that many of their constituents are in need, because they got theirs already. Tomorrow, 42 million people in this country, some of whom probably live geographically quite close to you, some of whom you may know without realizing they're in this boat, 42 million people will lose their SNAP benefits. SNAP benefits used to be called food stamps. There is a contingency fund designed to keep the SNAP program running during government shutdowns, but the people currently in charge of such things have actively decided not to use that contingency fund. Lots of political commentators have surmised the reasons behind those people's refusal to, serve the public, help their constituents. It has to do with self-interest and self-preservation rather than public service, and that is an important topic, but not one for this space at this moment. Here's my point instead. You know that old phrase, if you want something done right, sometimes you got to do it yourself? Apparently, this is one of those moments. We need people to bring in food to SUMC so that we can distribute it to food pantries and help our neighbors in need. I know, we do that already. Yes, we've got a shopping cart on display near one of the entrances to our sanctuary for just that purpose. Well, we get to fill that one up, and then go find ourselves another one and fill that one up too. As you're doing your grocery shopping, now and going forward until somebody in government wises up or accesses a little humanity, do consider picking up an extra item or 2 or 3 or 12 and bringing them to church so we can push back against the injustice. You know what John Wesley said? Or maybe it was Teddy Roosevelt, but I like the idea that it might have been John Wesley. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Maybe we all can't go down to D.C. and rattle some politicians' cages ourselves, but we can help the vulnerable. And they're all around us where we are. I happen to know someone personally who is a SNAP benefit recipient, but tomorrow you won't be. Regardless of your political stripe, left, right, or center, now is one of those times when we get the opportunity to take action and prove we're Methodists. Expression of faith through good works, help the poor and the vulnerable, all that stuff we talk a good game about. Mouth, meet money. You with me? Let's roll. Anyway, please check back here every Friday afternoon if you like for more video hellos here on SUMC's Facebook page or on the SUMC YouTube channel, Sudbury United Methodist Chur 2501. My email address will appear here momentarily. Please feel free to use it anytime for any reason. I'm always more than happy to talk or email or text back and forth with you about whatever it is we chat about here. Because no matter how, no matter what, doing the work of the church together is the big thing. Keep in touch, keep the faith, stay connected.